Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and I actually have a few announcements before we jump into the core of this video. The first thing is, when Madden 22 releases on the PS5, I will be doing a Broncos franchise mode. I do have the PS5, and I want to do a Broncos franchise mode, but it will not be starting until September when the scouting update comes out. So that's why I have this picture of the Broncos on Madden 22 custom cover. So I just want to let you all know that there will be a Broncos Madden 22 franchise around September. So let me know if you want me to do that on this channel or make a separate channel for that. I'm happy to do either. The next thing is I do want to. I'm not a huge fan of Ultimate Team, but I want to do Broncos potential elites in Ultimate Team, so we'll do potentially that as a future video before it comes out. And if the elites release before I can make that video, we'll just go over them. But yeah, I do want to start covering a little bit of Madden content because it is football, and whether that be on this channel or another one, just let me know. I'm happy to do either. But yeah, today's video we're going to be looking over all of the Broncos players' ratings. Before we get started, I want to remind you, as always, that Jesus is King. I pray that you give your life to Him. It will make you so much more happy and fulfilled in this lifetime. Gives you a purpose, and it's one of the greatest decisions I've ever done. I truly hope that you at least think about giving your life to Jesus and believing He died on the cross for your sins, so you can go to heaven and spend eternity with Jesus and God, and even we can meet in heaven. So I just implore that you think about that. And with that being said, let's go ahead and jump in to the Broncos ratings. Here we are. They just came out today. Von Miller at a 93 overall. Now, we all know how biased I am for the Broncos, but you know, I know Von Miller, he had that season-ending injury last year, but he really hasn't shown any signs of major regression, in my opinion, especially in camp, how dominant he's looked. So I do think, while 93 is very respectable, I do think he should be a little bit higher, maybe out of 95. But I do respect that Von Miller is still one of the top pass rushers in the game. So I do respect it, just a little bit low in my opinion. And next, to me, Justin Simmons is low. I know he's a 91, but to me, Justin Simmons should be the highest rated player on the Denver Broncos right now after what he's done these past few seasons, an All-Pro, a Pro Bowler. I do think Justin Simmons deserves to be a 95 as well, maybe above Vaughn, but I do think that Justin Simmons is the best safety, and I may be biased and when I say that, but I truly do think he's the best safety in the NFL. And yeah, so Justin Simmons, to me, should be a little bit higher. Kyle Fuller, I respect it. While I've heard a lot of people say he should be a 90, I respect the 87 because I do get that he's a little bit older. He is older, and he could hit a regression soon. But, you know, Kyle Fuller, still one of the better cornerbacks in the NFL, so I definitely do respect this rating. Bryce Callahan, maybe a little low. You know, he got a Team of the Year card in Madden 21, and he's an 86. I would expect him to at least maybe crack a 90 with a Team of the Year. According to PFF, he's the best slot corner in the NFL. So, you know, we'll see. It's still a respectable rating. Same with Kareem Jackson. Kareem Jackson is getting up there in age, so an 86 is respectable for him right here. Bradley Chubb, 85. A little bit low, maybe. A little bit low. I mean, you know, he made the Pro Bowl last year. Was the primary pass rusher, so I do get it. He hasn't lived up to super expectations that he thought when we drafted him. But, I mean, I think he should be a little bit higher. Nothing crazy. Maybe like an 87-ish. Maybe 86-ish. But still, Bradley Chubb, not a bad rating. Melvin Gordon, though, I do think is a little low. Well, splitting carries with Philip Lindsay last year and almost cracking 1,000 yards, and he's an 85. I mean, I kind of get it, but at the same time, come on. Garrett Bowles, this one I definitely disagree with tremendously. He had a huge improvement. Just that all-pro season that he had last year. Got snubbed from the Pro Bowl. Getting snubbed with his Madden rating. And I get it. It's been 1 year. It's been 1 year that he performed well. But the way he played, I don't think he's going to slow down. I get it, though, because of his 1 year performance. So I do think that I do get it an 84, but I think he should be a little bit higher. Noah Fant, I also think should be higher. He got hurt last year. I definitely think he's an underrated tight end. I think he should be an 85 minimum if I was making the ratings. But I do understand, that he got injured and they need to see a little bit more from him. But Courtland Sutton, come on. One of the most underrated receivers in the NFL. Yes, he tore his ACL last year, but I'm expecting him to bounce back and get that rating boosted up because to me, I think he can be a top 15 wide receiver in the NFL. So, yeah, there you go. Next, A.J. Johnson and Dalton Risner. Can't really complain. A.J. Johnson obviously getting up there in age. Dalton Risner hasn't been super duper great since coming into the league, but still a solid guard. So I respect those ratings. And then Ronald Darby, Shelby Harris. Ronald Darby, I'm okay with. I'm okay with because to me, I think he's going to be the fourth cornerback on the team behind Kyle Fuller, Bryce Callahan, and Patrick Surtain. But I think that, Shelby Harris is underrated. Are you kidding me? The way he's able to block passes, deflect balls. I mean, it's just he's up there in age, but I would expect him to be a little bit higher. But it's he cracked it. He's cracked an 80. I think that's still respectable. Jerry Jeudy, 79. I kind of understand it, but at the same time, I'm a little bit upset. He didn't have the greatest season. He struggled with drops that 1 week, so he joked around about it this morning about those drops, and he's just gonna prove it wrong. He's gonna rise up throughout the season, but yeah, Jerry Jeudy, I think it should be at least an 80 in my personal opinion, but same with Tim Patrick. I don't know how he's a 78. I think he should at least be 82, 83 minimum with the season he put on last year. But, it's Madden. Brandon McManus, respectable, 78. One of the better kickers in the league. I don't expect them to rate kickers super high unless you're Justin Tucker. But, very, very solid. I do want to see Jerry Jeudy's route running, though. Kick returning, break tackle. Did I pass the route running? Short route running, medium route running, deep route running. Okay. 79, 85, 84. Oh, no, it's the third one over. Jerry Jeudy. 85, 84. I mean, a little low in my opinion. If you've seen Jerry Jeudy run a route, I think that's a little bit of disrespect right there. But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Graham Glasgow, I'm not mad at that rating. He was a solid right guard. I think he can improve a little bit more. I don't hate the rating. Maybe it could be a little bit higher, but I don't hate it. Patrick Surtain, he's a rookie, so I expect him to be low. He's the fourth highest rated rookie, tied for third, I think. So respectable. Draymond Jones, solid. They're putting some respect on some Draymond Jones there. Javonte Williams, a 75. I'm excited to see Javonte Williams play this season. I'm excited to see, 75 is not a bad rating at all. I think that that's a solid rating, especially he's only one overall less than Patrick Surtain. I mean, one of the top backs in the class. So, Javonte, some respect. Josie Jewell, solid 75. Ojemudia, solid 75 after his rookie season. Sam Martin, punter, don't hate it. Malik Reed, maybe a little bit low, but still solid. Bobby Massey's getting up there in age, but we'll see how he performs. Teddy Bridgewater at a 73 and Drew Lock at a 70. Personally, to me, I think Drew Lock is the better quarterback through the 4 days of training camp so far. Drew Lock has been the better quarterback. I've just filmed this after day 4 is complete. And I do think that Drew Lock is going to be the starter after what he and Teddy have both shown so far. I do get it. He struggled a lot last season. So I do get the low rating. I mean, not super low. I still think it's respectable that he's in the 70s. But I would put him over Teddy Bridgewater. Or maybe give Drew Lock the 73 and Teddy the 70. But, that's just me. KJ 72, 94 speed, obviously one of the faster receivers in the NFL. Royce Freeman 72. Unfortunately, I think his talent is more than the 72, but with all the running backs that have come in and out, Royce Freeman's just been been screwed. He was drafted in the 3rd round out of Oregon in 2018 to be the franchise back. Philip Lindsay came along. Then last year, Melvin Gordon came along. Then this year, he drafted Javonte Williams, and Melvin Gordon's still here. We brought in Mike Boone, so unfortunately, Royce Freeman I don't think has gotten a fair shot, and I do expect him to be traded, and if he is traded, I do expect him to have a great season and that rating to improve tremendously. Next, Ntani Moody, respect, 71. Didn't play a whole lot, but he has a tremendous upside. Just injuries, why he dropped so low in the 2020 draft. But, it's still respectable. Shamar Stevens from the Vikings, respectable. Mike Purcell, I think Mike Purcell should be above Shamar Stevens, considering he's probably going to be the starting defensive tackle. But we'll see. Alberto Cuebanam, I think should be a 70. He got disrespected because he tore his ACL in week 5. I think he showed promise, and I think he should be at least a 70, but that's just me. Lloyd Cushenberry, I do agree with the 69. He did struggle his rookie season with just he struggled in his rookie season, so I do respect it. Nate Hairston, I don't know how he's above Duke Dawson. They have him. I mean, they have Duke Dawson listed as a strong safety, but I see Duke Dawson playing more of a cornerback role. Deshaun Williams, 68. Jamar Johnson, 68 as a rookie. Not terrible. Not terrible for a 5th rounder. He slipped further than most people thought. So, yeah. Andrew Beck, 67. I mean, that's expected because fullback is a dying position in the NFL. So, yeah, let's go on to the next page with Baron Browning, 67, 3rd rounder. He is dealing with injuries at the start of camp. I think it's a little bit low for a 3rd rounder. Maybe more the 68 range, but hey, I think that it's fair. Caden Stearns, I agree, 67. He's more of a developmental safety, whereas Jamar Johnson, I think, is more of an impact safety right now. McTelvin Agim, 67. I do think it's fair. Was drafted in the 3rd round in the 2020 draft. Did not get a lot of playing time last year, so that's expected. Mike Boone, once again, a lower rating because he played behind Dalvin Cook and Mackenzie Alexander in Minnesota. Amar Dabo is 66, expected. Cam Fleming, 66. Damian Willis, 66. Essang Bassey, I do think, is a little low. He had a pretty good rookie season being an undrafted free agent. I think maybe more of a 68 should be where he's rated at, but I think he's a little bit low, especially with the cornerbacks that are rated above him. Quinn Miners is definitely slept on. Definitely going to be a solid center guard. Just respected because he came out of a Division III school, Wisconsin Whitewater. So Quinn Miners, I do think, is a little bit of a slept-on player. Deontay Spencer, 65. I do think it's fair because, well, he is technically a wide receiver. He's more used as the return man. So 65, I do think, is fair. Isaiah Mack, 65. Justin Strnad, 65. Fair because he did get injured. Drafted in 2020 in the 5th round. Did get injured and didn't play last season. So 65 still hasn't had a lot to prove. Seth Williams, 65. I think that's fair. Going to be a solid special teamer and a receiver for the Broncos in the future. Drafted in the 6th round. Kendall Hinton, man, they disrespecting the GOAT. Nah, I'm just kidding. 64 seems fair. Maybe 65. But, I don't think it's too big of a deal. Levante Bellamy, 64. Undrafted free agent out of Western Michigan, I believe. I think it's fair. Marquise Spencer, 7th rounder. Kerry Vincent Jr., 63. A 7th rounder, but I think he could have gone earlier. So I do think he could be maybe more of an 85, but I won't hate it. PJ Locke, Trey Marshall. There's one guy who I haven't seen, but I definitely think his rating needs to be higher. Eric Saubert, whatever. Jonathan Cooper, 7th rounder, that's fine. Parnell Motley, 62, that's fine. Tyree Cleveland at a 62, that's a little bit disrespectful, I will say. Maybe 64-ish, but I think that he's more of the bottom-end receiver, and I do think a 64 would be more of a fair rating, but Derek Tuska, 60. Austin Fort, 58. Schloman, 58. Brett Rippon, 58. Calvin Anderson, 55. Wow. They really... Do they really not have Trinity Benson rated? Wow. I don't think they don't have Trinity Benson rated, and he's been a surprise this year. I do think Trinity Benson is going to make the team, and with what he's shown, I do think he should probably be more of a 65 with what he's done so far. But we'll see. Anyway, that's my reaction to the Broncos Madden 22 ratings. Obviously I'm gonna disagree because I'm a fan of the Broncos and I see them different than the rest of the league, so I am biased in that way. But I do appreciate all you for watching. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe, and we'll be coming at you with some more Madden videos very, very shortly, and some more NFL, some more football, some more Avalanche, some more hockey videos coming at you shortly. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.